Oof. Jim is sitting doing the thing in his locker room, making his way out here. Same thing with his opponent. Shit's gonna happen.
Good afternoon.
Oh, there he is, making his way through here for the second fucking time.
How was therapy with Andy and so forth?
Oh God, it started off fucking weird, then it got kind of angry, and then it just kind of ended.
Oh,
Weird.
so a little bit of a was a little bit of a dud.
It was a bit of an emotional roller coaster that never hit the right emotion.
Oh, Tonka. You know, this is starting to feel like your version of the Warski roast. You remember that fucking train wreck?
Oh fuck no! It's gonna be hard to top the Warski roast because the white YouTuber.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean there's that, but it's like none of the matches have really squared up
Well,
tonight. I'm hoping
here's
that
the
this
thing
one
with
pays
you.
off.
You didn't get to enjoy your matches. Everybody else seemed to enjoy you chain fucking people.
Well, I want somebody to bring the heat. So let's hope that
Exactly.
Forehead brings the heat.
The first I send an invite to somebody. The first person who pops in, if it's not Bullprog, it's just the person coming through to help me. So don't immediately start spearing people when they come through the ropes.
Where is Andy, by the way?
Andy, he finished up with Sophane, and he immediately had to go have a chit chat with the lady friend
Oh,
about
getting
running
yelled at by the missus, huh?
about running that there Netflix in the middle of a fucking show, fucking up his camera spots he had. I think that's what he
That'll
brought
do
up.
it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay, which one is this? Is that Bullprog or is that Ghost?
Ghost.
Okay, Ghost. Yeah, Ghost is here to help me. This is not. Don't kill this person.
No, I'm a fan. Yeah, Jim, I just, my Make-A-Wish came true, and I just wanted to thank you for your videos.
Okay. You're welcome. I'm glad you like them.
Okay, well, it's pretty fucking official now. Jim has just turned into the John Cena of the Kumite.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. He's doing Make-A-Wishes and beating 6 people in one day.
Well, I'm looking for blood. Now, I mean,
Yeah,
we've
where
waited
the hell is
all
she?
fucking day for this person. All fucking day. It should have been a 2 o'clock thing. Now it's a 6 o'clock thing.
Huh? And they have got their culture on. Apparently, they went and did a play earlier, and they have walked through the door. They said that they are getting set up and they're coming through. That was a couple minutes ago before you even got the link.
You know what you
So,
need,
they
Tonka?
should be here.
You need a booker to vet this shit. You need somebody to go online with them and talk to them to make sure who the fuck is coming on and
That's
why.
usually failure, and he's dead.
Yeah, he really dropped the ball on this one.
He died on WrestleMania. What do I do?
You just fell asleep and knocked out.
He's dead. The fucking veteran is dead. That's why, like, Sophane, that shit ran 15 minutes late because I wonder where Sophane is. And then I remembered, oh yeah, the Booker's dead. Better go send him a fucking message or something.
Oh, there's
Oh
someone.
boy.
Oh?
I see a dark camera. Did Fake Ross find his way back in?
Oh god, is that Fake Ross again?
That'd be like the 18th fucking time. I'd be impressed by this point if that was Fake Ross again.
I kind of want him on my side if he has that many fucking accounts.
I mean, I saw her username.
You can single-handedly boost a channel with just him.
Hello?
Hello?
You hear me all right?
Yeah, you're coming in.
Yeah?
All right. I'm here.
Okay. Fuck. Yeah, all right. It's happening. It showed up 6:10. Okay, so
How do I turn the video off? My camera doesn't work.
go to the top of Hangouts.
We're off to a banging start.
Yeah, there's the technical difficulties for the bingo card there.
Yeah, that's been checked a few times at this point. Hit
here we go.
go up
Okay,
toward
I
the
got
top
it.
of the you'll get it.
Oh shit. So let me unclick it. Whatever. Okay. Well, that's fine. I had an awesome photoshopped image of my profile pic with a humongous forehead.
With that giant fucking
I should just
monstrosity
change it on
shining
Twitter.
there.
Yeah.
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 Oh, wow,
I'll
it
change
popped up.
I'll change it right now. I'll change it right now so you guys
No,
can see it on
you
Twitter.
popped up for a second there. It popped up for a second.
Yeah, it's flashing at us here.
A little bit. A little off and on. So what are we doing today? Apparently you called for this Kumite?
No, I didn't. Your fans
Yes, you did.
No,
What
no,
is-
no,
what
no,
is
no.
this
What
shit
is
about
this?
Here.
You
with the
said
people coming and then saying
they
they're not
get here
interested?
say they don't
Taka,
want
what are you
to.
doing?
No, I'm not saying we're not interested. Here's the thing. Okay, you want me? I'll explain the lead up. Okay, so Metokur tweeted out. Let's see. It was during the Parkland school shooting, like before he was picked up and everything. You tweeted out all these like Sam Hyde memes. So like one of them, the one that I responded to, it said, "Terrifying video of suspected shooter at Florida high school found," was uploaded to Facebook last night and had a video of Sam Hyde being like, something terrible's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
You guys, something really bad, it's gonna happen. Just like think about it. Like blah blah blah. Like so I retweeted and saying, when you're tired, unfunny hack, recycling 4chan memes to lol at school shootings.
Uh-huh.
And then you responded, when your forehead is twice the size of your face. So like
It sounds about right. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Well, if I can give just a little bit of criticism there, like you just need to step up your game, dude. Because like
Why would I
That
need
was-
to step it up? If you
that
look at
was-
that tweet, it
that-
got a shit ton of
not
replies
only
by idiots.
not
The
only
news
was
media
that
and celebrities.
not only was that Tonka's first response to me, but it was also the first thing no bullshit ever said to me. So
Well,
like
no wonder. Of course, everybody's going to cue in on that. Your forehead is the size of a landing strip.
yeah, it's
I'd be afraid
easy
to go to the
pick-
beach and get a tan if I were you. You're going to have jet airliners trying to land on your face.
It's so easy to pick the most obvious thing about a person. That's like troll level 1. Like
And yet you responded about 38 fucking times after that.
Yeah. Well, like I think the
Well,
good
you can't
digs.
say it's
Look,
troll level 1 if you respond 38 fucking times to it. It must get under your skin.
well, look, I'm a nobody, and I've been listening in on you guys for like the past couple months, and I've been sticking my nose because I think a lot of you guys are just like pieces of shit. So like,
Well, fantastic. Do you want to elaborate? Was it the Sam Hyde
Sure,
tweet that got
okay.
you? What is
Yeah.
the problem?
okay, so to keep going with this, like, so you said your forehead is twice the size of your face, and I retweeted saying, when you're intimidated by big brains and you're angry at the world because your dick is falling off, and then you retweeted, well, I'm not talking about your brain, I'm talking about the skull encasing it. Do you have to get a zoning permit to wear a hat? How much does that shit cost? So before we move,
Hold on. You
Before
shouldn't
we-
reply all the stuff. You're doing Tim's bit for him, kind of.
I know. Well, here before we
ahead.
move on though, we should clear this up because you evaded it. Has your dick fallen off?
No, my penis is fine. How's that
Okay,
zoning permit
okay.
coming?
Okay. Well, I don't need one, so that's solved there too.
Oh, you're going against building codes. I don't know. The mayor may get angry when a Starbucks pops up on your nose.
Well, they never bring it up when I protest at their office, so you can shove
Is
it
their
up your
office
ass there.
located above your eyebrow? Where would that be?
So anyway, I retweeted saying, "Says the boner who hides behind cartoon avatars. Fuck off, shithead." And then you retweeted saying, "I can understand your jealousy of me being able to hide behind things. With a forehead that big, you probably need a boat tarp." And I replied,
This is great. Keep going. Holy shit. I'm liking this. All right.
so good at hiding that everyone you've ever tried to get with is still searching for your dick. And then you said, maybe you could help me out then. I'll shine a flashlight at your forehead and we can use it as a spotlight. Gotta be careful though, you don't want to down any planes in the air by blinding the pilots. And I responded to that saying, when you think a spotlight, not a microscope, is what you need for the job. And then I got inundated with the classic 5-head replies from all your followers, and like a couple of them started begging me to take you on in the Kumite. And I'm humble enough to know that I don't have the presence to warrant an invitation to one of the more popular streams on YouTube. So I wasn't going to waste anybody's time trying to, convince Tonka to bring me on. But he got tagged in on the conversation, and I forgot that Tonka had set his tweets to protected after he and Destiny had their Twitter banned a while ago, and like I mistakenly said that Tonka had me blocked because around that time that he put his stuff to protected, I was also blocked by Styx because for calling him a snot-nosed punk when he tweeted that he might not make a video because he was congested. And then Gene Francis Gay Rapey for making fun of his spatial awareness of his handwriting on his court docs that had super uneven margins, like not to mention an emoji. So anyway, Tonka saw that I said that he was blocked or whatever, and he totally called me out like a boss and like basically kept challenging me. So I accepted, and now we're here. So
I called you out and I said, "Did you want to talk to Jim?" And you said, "Well, yeah, I will."
Me or are you here for Tonka? Which one are you here for?
I'm here for you. Like, so we could start from the beginning. Maybe I'm just missing like a hilarious aspect of it. But what's the humor of injecting Sam Hyde memes into the most popular social media platform for real-time information during an active school shooting?
Oh, God. Well, there are a lot of reasons. I mean, you act like it's only school shootings I've done that for. I've done that for a ton of shit. I convinced an MSN.
I know. Well, I know, and it's not funny.
Well, yeah, because you have no sense of humor. If I had to stick up my ass...
I do have a sense of humor, dude. I'm pretty dark, too.
Are you pretty dark? Is that because your forehead's blocking the sun?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm super pale because my forehead just like takes up all the sunlight.
There you go. You act like I've only done that with school shootings. As I was going to say, I've done that with a ton of shit. There was an MSNBC reporter that was reporting on, I think it was Charlottesville, and there was a protest. There was something around that event. And there's a black dude who's protesting against all the white guys that are there. And she was going on and on about how brave he was. And I convinced this dumb son of a bitch that the black guy was actually named Based Terry, and he was a mod from the R. Donald who organized a neo-Nazi rally. And she believed it and deleted all her tweets singing his praises because the media is fucking retarded. Because people are fucking retarded. And the thing that I always find amusing
because there's malicious people like you putting in like fake propaganda and convincing people
propaganda for what? That Sam Hyde's a serial killer? What are you talking about? Do you think anybody would reasonably believe that Sam Hyde is going around the country murdering people? No, retards would believe that. It's the internet age. It's the age where the onus is on the individual to find out and verify the information they're presented with.
Yeah, it's like when 4chan says that Nicholas Cruz was connected to some white supremacist group, so the reporter calls the leader of the white supremacist group and he takes credit for it, and then they report that they took credit for it. And then they're all like, oh, look at how dumb they are. They believed it when they said that they did it. It's not my fault
that journalists in this day and age are fucking retards. That's on them. If I was a journalist, I would be embarrassed by
How are they supposed to know the truth when everyone's fucking lying, you piece of shit?
Maybe get off their ass and stop reading Twitter and be a real fucking journalist. I don't know. I'm not a journalist.
There's only a certain point. You go directly to the source, like the leader of the fucking white supremacy
group. So the journalist couldn't have waited. Okay, so the journalist couldn't have waited for the police to give a report on that. They couldn't have waited for the sheriff or the FBI to investigate those kind of claims before they wanted to jump out with the headline to get the attention. Let's not play the game.
Dude, it's all still part of a story. That's all still news that someone made up a fucking story that the white supremacist group was.
It's only news if they decide to report on it. And it was their inability to
that's all still news. It's all information. It's all stuff that's going on in real fucking world.
You're getting a little heated, honey.
Yeah, because people are fucking dying because people like you instigate this fucking white supremacy.
How many people have died from Sam Hyde? How many people?
Oh, dude.
How many people? Name them. Give me a name.
Here, I'm Googling it right now. A number of people killed
Google how many people Sam Hyde is responsible for killing. And while you're at it, look up Ben Garrison's Montana militia, because I hear he's a dangerous son of a bitch.
You can like bring up whatever you want to talk about while I look this up.
No, take your time. I'll chat with Tonka or something. Tonka,
okay.
We're all
how's
good.
your afternoon going?
It's worth it at this point. Worth it. Main event is living up to the.
Tonka, have I ever
living up
told
to-
you the story about Sam Hyde and how dangerous an individual he is? You may not be familiar with this, but he's responsible for at least 14 national shootings.
I was gonna say I'm down for a refresher course.
God, he never stops. He is fucking blood hungry. Now people think that's a Sam
Yeah,
Hyde.
he even made an appearance like during around that time of the 4th precinct shooting in Minneapolis too.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's fucking everywhere. He slaughters people wholesale, and nobody ever goes after him because they all think it's a joke. That's the real trick to it.
I
We've
know.
convinced them that Sam Hyde actually isn't a serial
He's like
killer,
he's
when in reality,
he's
he
the
is.
Spartacus of right-wing terrorists. Yeah.
Yeah. He lusts for blood. You might want to pull the napkin down a little bit on your
So
webcam,
you
dude.
could see.
It's like riding up a little.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
There you are. But yeah, Sam Hyde lusts for blood, Tonka.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to know it. He's just going to be able to strike, and everybody will think it's a joke. All those years of preparation finally come off to pay. Yeah. Are you actually fucking Googling how many people Sam Hyde is responsible for murdering?
No, of course not.
Then what are you Googling? Cue me in on this. What's the search term?
I don't know. I got fucking distracted by you.
I know, I've got a sparkling personality. Don't feel bad. Yeah, this last one with the Parkland shooting. I think it was 3 different news agencies, a Playboy Bunny, and like 2 celebrities. Instantly jumped on. It's almost the perfect video. I cut out the part where he mentions 9/11 because he's talking about anybody remember that date. So I cut that out. So it sounds like a vague threat. So like you could use that for fucking anything. And he's like, "Do you know what today is? Does it ring any bells?" It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I guess I just don't get it.
Okay, it's not your cup of tea. It's not your type of humor. That's fine. You said you had other issues. So what other issues do you have?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys don't know anything about me, so I could like go into where I'm coming from with all this shit.
Well, yeah, I thought you had issues with me. Is it just a Sam Hyde thing?
It's just like your approach to everything in general.
Okay, well, what about my approach do you not like?
Okay, there was a couple of specific issues. Like, can I throw one out? Maybe to help you.
Yeah, go ahead. Get us started. Throw something out. Let's get this ball rolling.
Transgender and SJW issues. These things listed kind of together here.
Oh, okay. What about the transgender SJW issue would you like to bring up?
For me, I don't have anything.
That's what you
Taco,
say.
what
It's
are
in
you
the
doing?
I didn't
tweet.
say anything.
Read the tweet. They're tweeting.
What
That's in
tweet?
the tweet. The fucking
What tweet? Read the
Fucking-
tweet to me. I don't know what tweet you're talking
The
about.
Domino's Pizza Noid guy asked you what the fuck it was gonna be about. You're like, oh, I've got plenty of stuff, including this, and it'll be fine. I'm good. Thanks for the advice or prep time advice or something. You know this.
Well, no,
tweet.
yeah. I had a couple points of stuff.
All right,
that I
hit me.
could talk
Hit me
about.
with one. I won't put
Okay.
any more words in your mouth.
Okay.
Just hit us with one.
I'll-
Come on.
Okay, well then, prepare for soliloquy because I'm gonna like go into some shit. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were really gonna do poetry. Okay. All right. Cool. Go ahead.
So like I marathoned a bunch of your videos last night, and I know nothing I'll say will make you change what you do, especially like seeing after how you characterized the Maddox case, where you made him seem like a crybaby because what's his like Masterson or whatever
in all
organized a
fairness,
harassment campaign against him.
In all fairness, though, he's suing because he was called a cuck. That's listed in the lawsuit. And the defense, which is backed up by the witness testimony of this particular woman, is that he is a cuck by definition because I was fucking his girlfriend. So if that's not laughable, I don't know what is.
Well,
He's
yeah,
going
they're
to be legally declared a cuck by a court. I don't think that's ever happened before.
of course there are like funny aspects to it, but like I don't know. You seem to take umbrage with the fact that our legal system can be used to seek monetary recourse against people who actively engage in or encourage the worst behavior in people, and
I
that it
think
would ultimately be like some sort of deterrent.
I think all internet lawsuits are fucking dumb and gay. I think it was stupid that Maddox is suing Masterson. I thought it was dumb that Destiny threatened Aiden. I thought it was dumb that JF threatened Destiny. I think internet lawsuits are fucking stupid. If you can't handle interacting with people and banter and shit talk, then you need to fuck off to Facebook or some other sanitized environment where you'll be protected from mean words.
Okay, well, yeah, I just think you come off as an antagonistic brat. So,
Yeah, I'm an antagonistic asshole. I don't hide that.
I mean, you got to be in, if not close to your 30s, right? So, but you sound like a pathetic teenage bully.
Well, that's fine. But I
Yeah.
enjoy what I do
You're
online.
totally
It
look.
brings
You're
me
totally free
entertainment.
to be as stunted and juvenile as you want.
Well, I wish I could be mature like you and get offended when somebody uses Sam Hyde to trick idiots into believing he went on his 14th.
Look, I'm not offended. I think it's just tired. It's not funny. It's stupid.
Okay, tell me
It's
something you
easy,
find funny.
base,
I want to get
stupid,
I want to get like
stupid
a
stuff.
baseline of what you find funny.
Look,
Give me something
look.
you think is hilarious.
Look, you're clever and you have an entertaining
No,
voice.
that's a dodge, though. I want to know what you find funny because I want to see if we can close this gap. I need to know where you're sitting on the scale of what's funny and what isn't. Give me something that you're like that is some hilarious shit.
Well, okay. So I like Todd Salon's. Like Happiness is one of my favorite movies. I find the
Well, I'm talking about like in or around the internet, something online, some
Oh,
activity
God,
online,
the internet?
something like that.
What do I find funny on the internet? Uh, shit, I don't know. I wasn't expecting.
There
to be...
we go.
Wow.
Okay. See what I'm saying? So when you say, "Hey Jim, you're juvenile and you have a fucked up sense of humor," well, I have a sense of humor. Like, what do you enjoy on the internet? What activity do you enjoy doing? What makes you laugh? What do you find funny to do?
Oh,
And I find it weird that, like, the idea that interacting with other people or fucking with other people or laughing at stupid shit that happens is, like, juvenile and immature. No, everybody does that. I mean,
No.
that's half the reason
okay,
comedy-
yeah, sure. Well, okay, so like, I listen to like a lot of comedy podcasts too. So like, I'll listen to Kill Tony, and there's. Excuse me, taking a sip of water. So like Kill Tony is this amateur stand-up 1 minute thing. Excuse me. Ooh. I'm gonna pull a Brittany Venti here and burp in the microphone. So Kill Tony is this like amateur stand-up comedy thing. People go up for a minute and then they get interviewed afterwards and critiqued or whatever. And, it's can be offensive. Some of the jokes land, some of the jokes don't. Some of the jokes are like funny or not funny. And usually like when you try to go for the super easy racist, bigoted stuff for the like shock factor of it, it's I don't know. It's too simple. It's frustrating that you have to play to that base.
So you want a more intellectual level of humor. Have you ever, I'm just curious on this. Have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah, I'm really smart because I watched that.
But have you?
I don't know. I watched the first season and I don't know, played it in the background for the other times.
So you have this intellectual sense of humor. You don't want anything base. You don't want any dirty jokes or mean jokes.
No,
You're
dirty
just
jokes and mean jokes are hilarious. Like, do you know Todd Salons?
No, I've
Have
never
you
heard
watched
any
it?
of the stuff that you've mentioned.
Oh my God, look him up, dude. He's fucking dark as shit. Like this movie Happiness involves Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then it was one of the lawyer ladies on The Practice. Laura Flynn Boyle. He's her neighbor. He will call and leave like harassing messages on her phone being like, I want to rape you so hard, I'm going to kill you. And she has this like fantasy of wanting to get raped, but she's like too snooty and he is too shy, and they like try to make this thing happen where he's gonna rape her, but then he's just too awkward about it and like turns them down, and then he goes and rapes the woman, his other neighbor, who is actually in love with him. And like, I don't know.
So would you enjoy my Twitter feed more if I made rape threats then? Like, how many sexual assaults could I tailor to make you enjoy that?
Dude, there's the rest of the like the dialogue and all that stuff that sets up the joke and the situation that makes that stuff funny. And just to come out and be like, I wouldn't even rape you, sort of stuff. Like, that's so
how could you sit here and tell me? No, how could you sit here and tell me you don't like base humor and you like rape jokes? Like, what makes a Sam Hyde joke less funny than a rape joke?
Hold on, I really don't want to do it. But specifically, how can you say that the joke where it's like, oh, I'm gonna rape you, that's funny, but then when someone says I'm not gonna rape you, that's not funny?
Dude, there's so much subtext and layers that brings it further than just a rape joke.
But how is saying that I'm gonna rape you, that's not hurtful, but saying I'm not gonna rape you is hurtful? I know, and it's not funny either.
Like, what are we arguing here?
Wait, no, never mind.
No,
let
me have my conversation talk.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So I need to do a little more world building with my Sam Hyde. You need some layers there, a little bit of background lore before I can go on the killing spree with Sam. Is that what you're saying?
Well, okay. So what rubs me the wrong way with you is that you exude this like too cool, everything sucks, everyone's shit, hateful apathy that's influential on young people. Admittedly, someone like myself, if I was younger now. Like, you play a great heel, and you're the little finger of this YouTube arena. And I think, like, and this is rhetorical, so hold on. I wonder why you would choose to wallow in this pissy, angsty bubble and put out this, like, constant negativity that reinforces the worst parts of hormone-raging teenagers. And that like sort of opens up into the bigger issue of the larger community being on YouTube. But
okay, well let me take that. I know you meant it as rhetorical, but I'm going to answer it anyway because that's interesting. The little finger thing I like though, so I guess I'm a sweetheart little finger today. That's great. I'm going to print that on a T-shirt. I wallow around in the shit because I find it humorous down here. I'm not looking for an audience. I'm not looking to influence anybody. I know, but nor do I curtail the content I create or the things I take joy in based on the other people that might be watching me enjoy it or watching me engage in it. As far as the larger YouTube community, which is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard, I don't give two flying fucks about the YouTube community. It's a video hosting platform. You put videos up on it. I'm not a part of a YouTube community. I use a website. That's how I view it. That's really how I view it.
Okay, okay, I have a point to that. So I think the ease of access to fringe right ideas that's taken place is sort of a big problem. Like I watched, myself. I watched a little bit of like Amazing Atheist back in the day, and like, but I was too busy with other shit to keep up with the evolution of YouTube, and like mostly stuck with progressive radio shows like Randy Rhoads and the Majority Report. Just to throw a little plug out for them. Check them out, kiddos. But like anyway, I was a daily visitor to E-Bombs World in early college.
Oh, so I bet you were. I bet you're an E-Bombs person.
I got in the habit of watching like the instant karma, pranks, weird talents, bizarre comedy kind of videos. And like, if you're a teen now, it'd be so easy to start with prank videos, and then you get suggested cringe compilations, and then that gives you anti-SJW bullshit, and soon enough, you're finding yourself watching those creators interacting with white nationalists, morons, and race realists cloaking themselves in like benevolence getting away with it because they're friendly and can handle the edgiest memes, or just ride the gimmick of a stupid Quebecois accent that lends them like a false sense of authority and intellect.
Well, I
So-
get the okay, but I get the think of the children thing. But I mean, that's like arguing that tobacco is a gateway drug to weed, which is a gateway drug to cocaine, and the next thing you know, you'll be in a gutter high off LSD, sucking dick for quarters. When
So-
you're talking about kids and the content they consume, let's be realistic here on YouTube. If you think that fucking 12-year-olds, boys and girls, are coming to listen to JF Gierpe talk about gay robot babies that are born in the future, whatever the shit he was writing about, you're wrong. Little girls are off finger banging themselves to the Logan Brothers, and little boys are trying to make their little LP channels like PewDiePie. Like, kids are in tune with the shit that they're going to talk about in junior high or elementary school, the shit that their peers are into, which is usually Instagram and Vine and all that kind of crap. They don't give two flying fucks right now, as it were, about politics. The people that are gearing towards politics, whether it's left-leaning or right-leaning, you're going to find more often than not are young adults. And if a young adult wants to be listening to shit that leans left or leans right, who fucking cares?
I know, and I fully support you getting like onto your own websites. If you're all so talented and deserving of your audience, have them follow you to a space where you won't be harassed by a platform for putting out racist, bigoted, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, all the hateful and inciting content. And some troubled kid like Nicholas Cruz can't just stumble upon it and radicalize themselves. Like, I'd
No,
rather
okay,
make
here's
people
the
have to
interesting
seek
thing.
out that stuff if
Here's
that's
the
what they're
interesting
interested
thing
in
you bring
listening
up with
to.
Nicholas Cruz. Why is it when we have a school shooter, regardless of their motivation, that we instantly jump to what they might be consuming? Why was it that the FBI didn't intervene with Nicholas Cruz? Why is it with, I can't even remember his name. There was some guy that went on a killing spree too, who was into all this sorts of shit. He ended up trying to kill people in the school that he was going to. He used to be a student there. And basically what happened was they barricaded the doors with couches. He couldn't kill anybody, so he blew his head off. But again, in that same fucking case, the FBI had information. They came and interviewed him. Nothing ever came from it. Where's the outrage for that? When we have law enforcement actually interceding and dealing with people that are a fucking clear and viable threat. When you had Nicholas Cruz classmates on the day of the shooting out in front of cameras saying, we fucking knew it was him. When we heard the gunshots, when we saw this shit going down, we instantly knew it was that motherfucker. So if all these people know that this guy is some mentally unbalanced motherfucker, that he's off the deep end, that he's such a threat to life and property, why would the FBI walk away from that? Why would the sheriff's department not follow up on that?
They did?
No, they didn't. But more to your point, okay, so you're talking about you need to go off the platform. You need to go to another website. Well, as far as I understand it right now, everybody creating content that's viewable on YouTube is within their terms of service. I mean, you say it's transphobic, misogynistic, racist, sexist, and all these horrible things, yet the content remains. Andy's channel's not down. Tonka's channel's not down. The only one that went down is Bake Alaska, and I'll be honest with you here. I think that has more to do with Andrew Anglin than anything else. That man has been given a blacklist. Nobody wants him on their web platform.
I know, because I'm sure you're making Google or Google and YouTube a lot of money.
I don't make them any money. I don't host blood sports. I don't host streams. I just like
I
to
meant
watch
the
a shit
general
show.
you, not you in particular.
Yeah, well, I don't run ads either. I just put videos up. It's been a consistent thing for about a decade. But I've seen the transition this website has gone through, I should say. And I think it's money motivated. I think it's advertisers coming in because, like I've said before, you can't sell a Buick with people screaming nigger underneath it. So they want to sanitize the platform, and maybe that's going to happen. And maybe people are going to get pushed off of it. And maybe if they're smart, they'll come up with a competitor. But as it stands right now, there's no reason for them to go. They're not violating any terms of service. So why should they have to leave?
Philosophical reasons. How about that?
What philosophical reasons? You're going to have to give me something more than that.
The children argument. How about that?
Well,
Here-
where do you
here,
draw
look,
the line
like-
with the children? What content can they consume? Do we start going after television and music next? Are we going to do the thing?
Yeah,
with
we
coming in?
you argue it out. You have appeals. You like do this Yeah, you have panels. Whatever. You have a board that decides it.
Panels by who?
I don't know. Make your YouTube union.
That is the gayish. I know. Please tell me you're not involved in the YouTube union.
No,
Is
of
anybody
course
in this
not.
call involved in
Dude,
that dumb
I'm
shit?
not on YouTube for any other reason than to like respond to you fucks.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I think the YouTube union thing is dumb. But who are you putting as the gatekeeper for that content? Who gets the final fucking say on what's appropriate or not if it's not the company itself?
People that the company has decided are reasonably minded to take into consideration the effect that of messages that are being disseminated on their company's platform and whether they want their shareholders to hold them responsible for whatever.
You know, this reminds me of a story. Have you ever heard of a group called FIRE, Foundation for Individual Rights in Education?
No.
Okay, so it's this civil liberties group that works for students in colleges. It's founded by this little Jewish guy from like the Bronx, and he talks about a story about why he founded it and what it's up to today. And I think it kind of relates to this, and I think this is why it's you might have a dangerous mindset, or people don't really have long-term vision when they talk about we need to enforce more censorship or come up with rules or gatekeep. So he's talking about being on college campuses in the 60s. And he's talking about how the kids at that time, the left-leaning liberal kids, felt that they were being censored and persecuted by an administration that was heavily conservative. You had a lot of very conservative people in administration positions and in professorships, and they felt that was bullshit. There was a lot of activism going on. People were upset with the war, with civil rights. It was kind of this feeling. And he said the thing that really bummed him out and the thing that fucked him up was that what he noticed was they weren't fighting for free speech. They were fighting for their speech. So as these kids, transitioned from the activist student to the person with a position in the university to a person that was working in administration or professorship, they didn't advocate or they didn't follow through with their advocacy for free speech, because now it was left-leaning speech is acceptable, but we're going to censor the right. And just like the conservatives before them had done to them. So he created this institution because he thought that was unfair. He thought all students should have the right to speak. And I think when you're talking about we need these companies to come in and start advocating for maybe politically minded rule sets on what is acceptable or what isn't, when it's well outside of the the conversation of stuff like anybody would agree on, stuff like kiddie porn and that kind of crazy shit, where no platform's going to host it because it's illegal, right? And you're not going to find somebody advocating for that. But when you're talking about, oh, we need Google to step in, we need this company to step in because they need to institute their political leanings or my political leanings and what is acceptable or not, I think you're going to find yourself in the position that he found himself in as that protesting kid on the lawn. Because one day what's going to happen is the political winds are going to change and you're going to get fucked just like the people that you fucked. So I think it's a terrible mindset to have. When you open yourself to censorship, when you advocate for that, when you talk about deplatforming or depersoning somebody, it will inevitably at some point come around to you and yours.
Yeah, I'm not really buying the whole deplatforming thing of it because you can start your own platform.
Well, you could start your own university. Oh, hey, don't come to the University of
go
Kentucky.
to PragerU, go to Trump.
No. I mean, build your own. Build your own. Hey, don't go to the University of Kentucky. Don't go to the University of Montana. Whatever. If you don't like the policies that we have in place, go build your fucking own one. You're not getting deplatformed. We're not de-studenting you. You can go do that. And I know that's a bit of a different situation, but I mean, it is a business at the end of the day. I don't think anybody's going to say a college or university is a fucking charity. I mean, they're out to make money. So it's a weird mindset. You're talking about wanting to get rid of people because you don't like their content. Well, what happens when somebody else is in charge and they don't like your shit? You're going to just take it? You're going to put a smile on your face and say, well, I guess all the racist, misogynist, white supremacists are right. I need to shut the fuck up and just go build my own YouTube.
Yeah, I guess so.
I highly doubt that. I really highly doubt that.
Well, I don't know. In a way, I feel like you guys pull this vague, it's like when the FBI will pump gullible, desperate kids with dangerous ideas and prod them enough to do something. It's like sort of analogous to what you guys are doing, but there's like a separation between the instigator and the perpetrator in your case, which gives you like just enough plausible deniability despite the obvious associations to like right-wing terrorists and the type of content they consume.
What have I advocated for that you see as aligning with right-wing terrorism?
Well, I don't know how you covered the 4th precinct shooting.
Are you talking about the Justice for
4chan
Jamal?
LARPers that came out 2 nights straight to antagonize people? And
It's weird that you'd leave off key details, like how when they showed up the first night and were accosted.
Yeah,
by
they hunted down. They like seeked out Unicorn Riot.
Yeah, they went to go see the streamer that was covering the event. Yeah, you're right. Are you saying their intent was to kill Unicorn Riot?
No, they went there to like show that they could get access to them, like and brag to their like.
Talked about
4chan.
earlier. You were talking about like misogyny and racism. When these 3 guys showed up, 3 white guys with masks on, like a lot of the protesters, black people that had masks on, they were accosted and told they needed to take their fucking masks off. And then when they came back another night and the same thing happened, and you had 2 people assault them and punch them, and they ran down the street from a fucking mob of individuals, what were they supposed to do? Let themselves get beaten? I know the court case worked out. I mean, justice is justice. He's in jail. What are you gonna do?
if you're going there to like instigate and antagonize people, like there's a certain line where you can only reasonably expect that someone might like challenge you.
And is that
right?
certain line being white in a black neighborhood? Because that's what started this all.
Showing up in masks and walking around in a tight little group, talking to yourselves, being all shady, looking over your shoulders. Yeah, I was there, dude.
You were at Justice for Jamal.
I was there, yes. I saw
This
them.
is
I camped
fantastic.
out for a couple nights.
Okay. And so you saw them get beaten up then?
No, I missed that out by like an hour and a half.
Well, it's up on Unicorn Riot's live stream page. I mean, they have the video there.
No, I know. I saw the video.
Okay.
But the
And so
whole context of them showing up multiple nights, posting threats on 4chan, making video threats of like saying that they were going down there armed, and then posting other videos where it's like, what's that? The DuckTales theme where it just says the N-word over and over again.
I'm not familiar. What's the N-word?
Yeah, that's cute.
No, I don't know. What are we talking about? Neutrality?
Yep, that's exactly it. Knickers.
Knickers? Well,
Yep.
that's kind of a kinky fetish, but we can be old-fashioned about it.
What do you think it is?
What do I think about the Justice for Jamal thing?
No. What do you think the N-word is?
Oh, could it be niggers?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there I go. What was it?
Yep.
Niggers? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. It slipped my mind.
Why are you so terrified to use a word, especially when it relates to your point?
No, I'm not terrified to use it. I just choose not to use it. Do you want me to go into why I choose not to use it?
Oh God, yeah, I'd love to hear this actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Here. Where to fucking start? Holy shit. Okay. So this sort of goes into my whole the children sort of argument. So like I see myself in a lot of these young, like colloquially alt-right libertarian edgelord kids. Like I switched schools in a couple of moves, and like I had to develop brand new relationships each time, and spent my formative years in like a conservative rural area, and everyone up through my grandparents had had at least one divorce, and like I'm lucky that I had decent relationships with my parents and never like faced any verbal or physical abuse. But there were ways that I was treated and like general social cues that I picked up on that made me repress a lot of things about myself, like real deep. Well,
wait, how does this relate to saying niggers?
I know, I'm getting into it. I'm
right.
laying the whole shit out. I looked like Brittany Venti growing up, so I got picked on, and like I was a scrawny kid, and I got good grades, and I was barely competent at sports, so I wasn't very high up on the social ladder, and I was a but I was a smart ass too, so I could like dish it out. But so I don't know. At times I was a bully and like picked on like the slow girl or friends' girlfriends or other nerds, and there was a point where like I was friends with two of the bad boys in school, and because we wrestled in the same weight class. And this was in a small high school of like less than 500 total students.
Wait,
And
how could you wrestle with boys in your weight class if you look like Brittany Venti?
I'm just talking about my wide set eyes. But so it was a small school, and there were only like a handful of non-white students. I was chatting with one of these like guys, with one of the bad boys, and the lighter-skinned black girl in our class about some other person doing something stupid, and I casually tossed out "fucking nig," because that was the slang that I used with the two guys, and like completely oblivious to this girl. She didn't say anything. She just like quietly nodded, looking off in the distance, and just turned and walked away. And I didn't realize what I had said until the other guy was like, "Whoa, I can't believe you said that in front of her." Whoa! And like
Wait, just so I'm understanding, you said nigger, and she looks at you and nods permanently and then walks away.
No, didn't look at me. She just like
Okay, I thought she was like, "Thank you," and then just walked out of the gym.
The Mentos commercial.
But so like I've like felt the shame and embarrassment like a spear to the gut, because she was the nicest person and never been anything but nice to me, and I made her feel so uncomfortable where she had to leave like mid conversation, and she would have totally been in the right to get in my face about it. And that is true, because even the proto-racist bad boy knew it was wrong. So like I had tons of those moments where I used offensive slurs to be edgy and funny, only to feel bad because my lack of awareness in the moment caused me to push someone else out of the fun by singling out their minority identity that I was not a part of as the butt of the joke, and in an environment where they can't tell who is taking the joke ironically or maliciously. So there's like, I don't know, the personal safety factor there.
Okay, but look at you now. I mean, you've gone from one extreme to the other. You have trolls remorse, so you don't want to use that kind of language. But you've gone so far.
Dude, I'm still a big troll, dude.
No, okay, let me finish.
You can go through my Twitter. I troll plenty, but I don't. I choose not to do the base fucking stupid.
I know it's
humor.
high tier E-bombs world shit.
Yeah,
you have trolls remorse, and you've gone from one extreme to the other. You made some girl feel uncomfortable because you said nigger. But now you're so terrified of saying nigger, you won't even use it in context to make a point about racism.
Dude, I said what I said in front of her. I said...
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, look, you can't even say the N-word. And you're not using it as a racial slur against anybody. There's nobody in this chat that you're calling a nigger. We understand the context of what you'd be using it in. But you self-censor yourself so much.
I know, but the people listening to me will know that I have said it, and I don't feel the need to say it.
No, you feel
like
the need.
There's no need. Like I don't. Yeah, I don't feel compelled to say it if that's what it needs to be. I don't feel compelled to say that shit.
God, you are a terrifying individual, because somebody who self-censors themselves to that extent wants to censor other people. That's
you're the one that feels compelled to always have to use it to like be.
I feel compelled to say whatever the fuck I want, because I don't walk on eggshells around other people, because I know the intentions behind my words, because I understand subtlety and context.
Yeah, you're as subtle as a fucking brick, dude.
If I wasn't subtle, there wouldn't be numerous amounts of retards that believe the shit I say. I could be very subtle in what I do.
Look, so all of that stuff that I went through, it was pre this like living on the internet, where we were just discovering Napster and ICQ and AIM. So there weren't these like pervasive online communities of ideological bubbles that lash out at each other, and everyone is like knives out all the time. If I had a bunch of furry communists jumping down my throat in those times, I probably would have gotten defensive and retreated further into the dark side too.
So what you're saying is we don't need to censor the alt-right. We need to get rid of those fucking furry communists. That's the problem. That's what's pushing everybody to the extreme.
Yes, like if that's what it is.
Could we, dare I say, gas the furries?
Dude, you guys can have your own platform. The furry communists can have their own platform. The progressives can have their own platform. Republicans can have their own platform. Normies can have YouTube. Fucking diversify.
So
that's fucking capitalism. I can't believe you would be against that.
You want large scale segregation.
You want to keep everyone in like
No, you want to remove them.
umbrella.
You're anti-capitalist because you're telling people to leave a platform that welcomes them right now.
No, I'm saying give
Why
everybody
should they use
choice so
your
that they can. You want the one-stop shop Walmart of fucking internet, like.
I never advocated for that, but it seems weird to me that you'd be telling
No,
people.
but that's what you're standing up for, is the status quo of fucking monopoly.
Okay, so what platforms have you created for your viewpoints? Wait, don't stand up for monopolies now. What platforms have you created?
I don't really. The only
That's
thing
right,
I
you've
feel
created none.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So?
don't chastise us for not creating any.
Well, you're the ones that bitch about being like kicked off of shit. I'm not bitching about being kicked off of shit. I'm not bitching about having all your followers like double my dislikes.
You just bitched about it. You're like, all these people in my mentions when you started this. That's why you came on the Kumite. You just told us that. So obviously you're bitching about it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, technically, sure. I guess I'm bitching about it.
That's
Whatever.
right. That's a swish. You see that, motherfucker? Right from the 3-point line. You fucking counted. Put that on the shot clock.
Nice. Lol, Jim wins. There's another one for the bingo card, I think.
So was there anything else? This has been a long day. You got something to? You got some power to come hit me with, Tom? You said there were a couple topics.
Look. I'm just gonna keep harping on it. Like, I worry about some of the younger people idolizing you guys who feel isolated and misunderstood and angry and persecuted, and then they insulate themselves in like countless right-wing anti-SJW videos and never truly mature.
Aren't you a Destiny fan?
Not really. Like, I've listened to his shit.
The only reason you've ever interacted with me is because I ended up talking to Destiny. You started yelling at me about a bunch of things I don't care
Yeah,
about. Yeah,
dude, it's called trolling. You can't take it. Get off the fucking
I didn't say I could. I'm talking to you now. I can take. I'm just asking you. Are you're not a Destiny fan?
I'm throwing Jim's arguments at you so you can see how fucking frustrating it is for everyone else.
I'm just asking you a question. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
You dig
Well,
watching.
I'll take a breath.
You dig watching Destiny videos, yes?
Sure. I don't know how much I say I dig them, but sure, I watch them to get a viewpoint.
Okay, you watch them. Fucking, you don't see that just sometimes people watch other things that have different sense of humor. They don't dig that. They watch something else, and that maybe the whole thing is that you guys take yourself so
and Destiny
seriously.
Destiny has platforms that he can move on to, like what?
Like what?
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't care if he gets kicked off of Twitter. I don't care if he gets kicked off of Twitch. I don't care if he gets kicked off of YouTube. He has the resources to start his own.
I'll be honest with you. I do. I don't want to see Destiny deplatformed. I like watching people argue with each other. I find Internet Spurgfest fucking great, and Destiny was one of the best sources of it. He would argue with fuckers on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. That shit was entertaining. I don't want to see him get deplatformed. I don't want to see Tonka get deplatformed. I don't want to see fucking Andy get deplatformed.
Well,
it's a weird mindset. I mean, you say think of the children, I
know, because I could have gone that way too without this social interaction.
Do you remember the Columbine shootings? How they tried to blame Marilyn Manson for it?
Yes.
Okay, so should we censor
Marilyn
Marilyn
Manson's
Manson's
bullshit?
music?
Everyone knew it was fucking bullshit.
Right, because you're not this dead zombie. You're not tabula rasa that gets ridden on by the content.
I know, but when you host people that are like advocating ethno states and like
When you
all of
listen
your
to
chat. You
satanic
cannot
music,
fucking
you're
deny
gonna
that
go
the
off and
chat
commit
is
crimes.
like anti-Semitic.
Do you
cannot
think
deny
do you think
that.
the chat is a fucking preschool, or do you think they're adults and they're laughing at this dumb shit?
Oh, you can't. Okay, let me go into this some more. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So, uh, like I could have ended up where a lot of these kids were without the social interaction that I had allowed myself to be open to. So like I went through a lot of personal growth in college, being exposed to lots of different backgrounds and perspectives, especially coming from like small Hicksville, rural area. So like South Park was big with me and my friends, and we threw around like gay and Jew slurs as like quote unquote fun banter. But then like I was off on my own when I went to college, and my first two friends that I made were gay and Jewish. And at one point I was living in a house with like 10 roommates, two gay dudes, one from Dominican Republic, two crunchy liberal women, a rural party bro, a libertarian conservative, a gamer Japanese enthusiast, a guy in the Air
That
Force
is a really
ROTC.
nice way to say weeb. Okay. That's a really nice way of saying it.
A French naturalist and a Ukrainian immigrant who would make us watch these Kent Hovind DVDs on how the evolution is false and it's all part of a plan for globalist fascism to take over or some shit like that.
It sounds like you have like a lot of issues. Like, here's the thing: you keep talking about how that could have been you, that could have been you. I don't know what your fucking mindset is.
Okay, yeah, I'm explaining it. So I'd have debates on philosophy and like politics, like any college stoner. But like being in the same house and living every day with the people that you engage in those discussions drives a different dynamic than the arguments that like what you get in these live streams. So like not only the face-to-face like physical presence, but the time to process coupled with the opportunity to calmly come to an understanding later. And it's like it's too easy to fall back into the bad habits with the social media
Now,
bubbles.
to be fair, is it that you're calmly coming to that conclusion, or is that just cowardice? I mean, let's say you went to have a conversation with somebody and you had some deeply inherent racist beliefs, and you're talking about these face-to-face things, and you're doing it in a calm manner. I mean, you keep talking about how you could have fallen to the dark side, and the content you consume, like South Park, but then you were hanging out with gays and Jews, even though South Park made jokes about it. Do you think you would have been more well-adjusted if you didn't watch South Park? Like, what is the argument you're presenting to us?
Look, those experiences informed the way that I perceived the jokes that were being told.
Okay, and all those experiences, it was cumulative. It wasn't just one thing that suddenly made you super liberal or super right-leaning. Right? Because we live our lives with different interactions, consuming different content, and then we process all of that to come to a conclusion. So again,
it's
by
like
saying that exposure to, as you view it, right-wing or alt-right viewpoints is suddenly going to brainwash you into screaming 1488 and chasing Jews down the street, seems a little bit silly when you're getting input from your family, from your friends, from your community, from different media sources, from your educational background, from fucking work.
But how's
that going to flip the switch and make a kid go from well-adjusted suburbanite to raging fucking neo-Nazi just because they watched a Tonkasaw stream?
How many kids in the audience like sit and isolate themselves in their bedrooms and like never like sit and have family time or whatever? They just game all day and then just listen to these streams. Like the other day when Tonka was talking about how they didn't know anything about me.
You're talking about potentials and percentages. I have no idea how many fucking kids.
I know, and like you guys are helping put out this bullshit. Like with super chats that say kick the globo homo Juden before the chat fires up the ovens. They're getting real antsy, and we don't need the bad PR right now. Press G to gas.
We gave up on super chats hours ago.
Now, how are you going to say that, but you won't say nigger? The global homo Jews, you're fine with that, but saying nigger, that's a bridge too far.
Yep, the N-word is just too far for me. Yeah, I'm not going to go
But not those queer Jews. The fucking Yids are fair game. Okay, all right. I see what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with an anti-Semite. All right.
It's a quote from a super chat.
Oy vey, this hurts. As a
Yeah,
Jewish
like
man,
someone you have to admit that there is some portion of the audience that isn't being ironic with their anti-Semitism.
Of
And
course
then
there is.
you're
Of
just
course
like
there is.
cheering.
They're going to
You're
be
cheering
portions of the
on
audience
like,
that advocate for all sorts of shit.
look.
Do you want the audience purge? Do you want a purity test before you can watch a Tonka Saw stream?
I don't know. It just feels like you're cheering on, like, the next. What's that? What was that mentally ill girl that you just did a video on?
Are you talking about the girl with literal schizophrenia? I don't know if Tonka's
Yeah.
content is that bad. I don't know if it's going to actually.
Dude, I'm willing to bet there's like at least 5, and that's 5 too many people that you're egging
You
on.
think that Tonka is going to literally create a new mental condition called video-induced psychosis?
Probably.
Yes.
Tonka, that is some next level shit. Congrats, my man.
Wow. All right.
Somebody call up the universities. They're going to want to study this. I think you overreact. I think maybe you had different viewpoints when you were younger, and you think that what gave you those viewpoints was something outside yourself rather than the conclusions that you came to. And I think that makes you more comfortable. And I think with the viewpoints that you have now, you want to try to enforce that same view onto other people. I think that's the problem. I don't know what made you hold
I grew up under George W. Bush presidency, and the edgy thing to do is be leftist. And now that like all these kids that came up under Obama, the edgy thing is to be right wing, and it's super fucking base level to just be like, oh yeah, black people, they just have to get married to better themselves.
Well, how can you go from
it's like,
think of the children to kids will be kids?
did I say kids will be kids?
You said when I grew up, it was be left-leaning to be a rebel, but nowadays it's under Obama it was edgy to rebel, and go to the right. So that sounds like you're saying kids will be kids. Kids are going to do what they find to be edgy. So how can you go from think of the
I know, and you guys aren't fucking kids. You're like 25 plus.
Well, why do you
when
care
are you
what
gonna
25
grow up?
Why do you care what 25-year-olds do?
Because they're our fucking future.
We're adults, capable of making our own informed decisions. We don't need you to nanny us, just like you don't need me to nanny you.
But the point is, you're egging on like the like sliver of people that will go and do shit because you
What
have
is
to
this
admit that.
amorphous sliver of people? Like you have like this conglomeration of individuals that you foresee are out there right now in the audience that are just at my beck and call. That if I just said something right now, they'd go and grab a butcher knife or go shoot up a convenience store. Like what numbers are we talking about? Who are these people? What are their backgrounds?
Well, so are like lefties who support Antifa doing violent things, are they culpable in any way?
Are people responsible for their own actions? Yes, they're responsible for their own actions, whether they're right or left-leaning.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You should be responsible for like putting out hateful bullshit.
Have I put out any videos telling people to go hit people with pipes? I
No,
have.
no, no.
Really?
No. The way you cover shit though, like with the pause video, the bug chaser video.
Okay. What was I advocating for in that one?
No. Oh, okay, you put it out last December 2017, and you put in a bunch of posts in there referencing like 2009, 2004, 2013. Bunch from 2007 and one from 2017, and they all looked fake as fuck, like they were written by real Ultimate Power fanboys.
You're saying that I showed that there was a pattern of behavior. You're also
No.
You're also glossing over the fact that CNN. I used a clip from CNN talking about bug chasers, a news report,
from 2006,
and a documentary that came out later about bug chasers. Also,
yes, and
why don't you hop on Twitter? And look up pause.
I know those,
dude.
You don't think those are fucking fake?
Oh, all of them are fake. It's just one big elaborate troll by gay people.
I know. Yes, I'm willing to admit that there's a small portion, but you sensationalize it and deliver it in a way where the dumber people in your audience, might take it as a reason to fear or hate pause people or even just gay people. And overall, you gave them a new meme to harass them with.
Are people in my audience going to now have a reason to hate furries because I did a bike pump video? Because I took the same mentality when I did that I did with the positivity
Yes. Yes.
video.
Yep. That's.
You are
Yes,
dumb.
everything
You
you do
are
is
dumb.
just another way to give like dumb people more ways to harass people they don't like.
Do you see me as like some kind of internet supervillain? Like what are you
Yes.
imagining I am?
Yes, you're the Joker. You're the Joker.
I think you give I think you first overestimate me, and I think secondly you underestimate people that watch shit on the internet. I'm being honest. I think it's ridiculous to say that, oh hey, that video where you're laughing at retarded people is going to inspire hate crimes.
It gives me headaches why I worry about this shit, because you are all nobodies. No one knows who the fuck you are, but you have like hundreds of thousands of views from who the fuck knows, and it's probably like a bunch of fucking kids.
Exactly.
And you're like antagonizing the worst aspects of them.
You just said it right there. Who the hell knows? Because you don't. So you're assuming they're children or they're vulnerable, but you don't. You don't know where the views come from.
Okay, can you post your YouTube, what is it, analytics?
Yeah, it's adult males 18 to 35, just like with my Twitter and just like with my Facebook. I can pull it up. I'll throw up screen caps later, yeah.
Yeah, you're shaping the minds of young adults.
Okay, but you're jumping around age ranges here. First it was think of the children, now it's the young adults, and then it was the vulnerable
Dude,
people.
okay, fine. I'm being colloquial with the children thing because I'm in my 30s, but fucking 18 is a fucking child.
18 is a fucking adult.
Yes, technically. Yes, I know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the classic JF excuse. Yeah.
Okay, so 18-year-olds shouldn't be responsible for their behavior then. Should we coddle them and put them in juvie court? Would you like Nicholas Cruz who's 19?
No, of course they should be held responsible
Nicholas
for their
Cruz who's
behavior.
19, should he go to juvie?
But a 30-something fucking year old that's like egging them on with like anti-Semitic fucking bullshit all the fucking time.
You're the one that talked about homo Jews. I didn't bring that up. That was you. You're the anti-Semitic one, not me. I didn't say homo Jews. That was you, buddy. So
that
should
was,
Nicholas Cruz
that was the super chat. I'm just saying that's
somebody
from
else's
the super
responsibility now. You're not responsible for what you say like you were with the N-word, but now you're just reading somebody else's words, so it's okay.
Dude,
you're losing this
rewind
badly.
in the stream. There's like
you're losing
all
this
sorts
badly.
of that shit.
So should Nicholas Cruz, who's 19, be treated as a child? Should he go to juvie? No, right? Because he's a vulnerable young adult, right? I mean, yeah, we should treat him with kids gloves. He shouldn't go to prison for life. He could be reformed.
Dude, there's a difference between like legal definitions and colloquial definitions. I was being colloquial with the children thing.
Well, you weren't being colloquial when you told me 18-year-olds are just children, Jim.
Yes, colloquially, they are children.
Oh my god. You're fucking this up badly, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So to sum up what you've said here, aside from the think of the children thing, colloquially, you don't know who my audience is. You don't know who watches my stuff, so you have no idea how vulnerable they might be. You don't know what age range they are. You agree with me that going after Marilyn Manson for Columbine was stupid because the content you consumed is not the responsible factor in your actions. You are. So what is the argument that you're bringing up?
Okay, so a lot of that wasn't like necessarily specifically to you. There is a way that you deliver things that give a certain perspective that would make someone lean more towards the right wing side of like other creators, like worse than you, like Enoch and shit. So like, I don't know.
Wait, you think I can make people lean right more than Enoch can? Is that what you said?
I'm saying yes. You're stepping stone for some people to Enoch or some other
I want you to clip
right-wing
that,
people.
send it to him, and tell him he's not hardcore enough. He needs to step his fucking game up.
Honest, he's gonna get that clip, I guarantee.
Great. I'm gonna get a bunch of goipers in my tweets.
Well, luckily your face isn't in the thing because you just have the black square here representing
Yeah, it's just a black square.
But honestly, do you really believe what you just said? Like, for real.
What are you referencing?
Fucking Jim is more right wing than Mike Enoch. He's leading more Utes. More of the Utes are going to the right because of Jim than Mike Enoch.
What? Can you say that again?
Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
so
know what
lost
you're
right
saying.
now. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Like, it's weird. It's this thing where if you don't care, like, Jim doesn't care.
I
I
really
don't know.
get it.
Don't let me speak. I don't want to speak,
Well,
but that's what I get.
Tonka, let's table this one, right? We've
Go
gone. You said there were other issues. Let's get to those so the stream doesn't go on
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
Yeah,
What
go
other
ahead.
issues did you say that wanted to be brought up?
Are you asking Tonka or me?
Well, yeah, because when he asked you, you said you didn't have any idea, but then he had to read off a list that you agreed to that you wanted to talk about. So yeah, I'm asking Tonka.
I didn't agree to any list. I don't know what list he's talking
Tonka,
about.
what
but-
tweet?
You made the list.
What the fuck
It's
is
her
going
fucking
on?
tweet. It's a fucking tweet where this fucking pizza noid asks her the question, and she's like, "Oh, I got plenty of stuff to talk about." And here's the this.
Yeah,
and here's the...
I had the points that I wanted to bring up, and I said them all already.
Okay, you've got.
Oh,
them.
that's it. Oh, we got
Okay.
we hit the finale. All right.
Okay. All right. Did I will?
Well, okay, wait. Okay, I do
Okay,
have one more.
alright.
I do have
All
one
right.
Okay.
All
We'll,
right.
we'll do this one as a closer. All right, hit me
There
with
you
it.
go.
more. Okay, so let me get it up here. Do you think civil violations are crimes?
You give me an example when we're talking civil violations. Like
That's a
what?
hell of a parallel.
Like speeding or violating a noise ordinance? Does that make you a criminal?
Do I think if you speed, you're a criminal? Yes.
Okay. Would you say that those types of criminals would be more likely to commit other serious crimes like murder or rape?
I suppose it depends on the context.
Do you want to elaborate?
On the background, are you trying to draw some parallel with the argument I had about Destiny, about illegals coming in and they came in illegally, so that would mean they perhaps are more inclined to be criminal-minded? Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah, kinda.
So I'm asking
Because
you-
crossing the border is only a civil violation. So unless you think that like speeders and people who are rowdy and noisy are more likely to commit rape or murder, like
I don't know. Do you think that they're on the same level? Do you think speeding is on the same level as illegally breaking into a nation?
crossing an arbitrary border in the land? Yeah, I think that's
Arbitrarily set up by the country that you're
Yes,
crossing.
like a road. Yes, it's arbitrarily set
Set
and-
up by the nation itself to define its own borders? I don't know. I don't know. You're trying to downplay that a little bit, I think.
Well, it's a civil violation. That's the law. So whatever.
Well, hey, do you believe in good manners? Like, this is the kind of weird argument you're making. Hey, do you believe in good manners? Okay, well,
Who
hey,
does
I come
it-
over to
who
your,
does
I come
it-
over to
who
your
does
house, I
crossing
come
the
over to
border
your-
hurt?
I come over to your house and I knock shit over and I'm like, suck it up, faggot. You know, like,
who does-
do you
who does
think I'm more
crossing the
inclined to
border-
shit on your carpet after that?
Who's hurt by crossing the border?
Oh, you want to get into the economics of it, of people taking jobs, of what, not paying taxes, of allowing
They do
criminals
pay
and mental
taxes.
patients in? Oh, they do? All the illegals pay taxes? You can back that one up, can you?
Yep, when they work, they pay taxes.
Oh, nobody's getting
When
paid
they
under
buy
the,
stuff, they pay taxes.
nobody's getting paid under the table, right? That's what you're telling me? You're
Well, when
fucking
they buy
insane.
stuff, they pay taxes.
Oh, do they?
Yes, there's sales tax on everything.
What about the taxes they're not paying, like income tax?
They do pay that? I don't know what to
because
say.
you could verify that all the illegals are not getting paid under the table. Everybody's up and up.
I don't know. I'm sure there's people that do get paid under the table, but whatever. There's citizens that live here that get paid under the table. So what's your big deal?
Well, they're here legally, so I mean that does put it in again.
Well, they
a
don't
bit of a
pay
different
income tax,
context.
so they're just as bad as the illegal
Oh
immigrants.
yeah, no,
right?
they are fucking criminals. Yeah, you're right on that. I'm not disagreeing with you, but at least they're here legally.
So it's not the crossing the border; it's the not paying income tax that makes them the criminal. Then, so are they
Oh,
more
I would
likely to
think-
rape and
I would
murder
think-
because
I
they
would
don't
think-
pay their income tax?
I would think there's a bit of a difference between being a legal fucking resident and breaking the law, and being an illegal and breaking the law. Because
Well, it's only a civil violation, like speeding
No, it's
or
a
being
twofer,
noisy.
isn't it? I mean, you came over illegally, that's one, and then you're not paying income tax, that's two, compared to the legal citizen who's only not paying
Well, you
income
could
tax.
speed and not pay your income tax, and you'd be just at the same level.
Well, I don't know how many illegals speed. Do we have any metrics on that one? Any numbers?
How many
Statistics? Anybody
citizens
do a
speed?
poll?
I bet it's a lot higher
I don't
because
know,
the
you're making
illegals
the
don't want to get
argument.
pulled over and caught.
You're making the argument, so I hope you have the numbers.
You can find the numbers, dude. I'm not going to go on that wild.
Don't
goose
tell me to
chase.
educate myself, RSRS. This isn't 2014.
All right. Well, that's all I had. So.
All right, well, that was
That
fun.
was a hell of a. That was a hell of
It was
a.
better than honey badgers, I'll tell you that much.
Oh
Good
wow.
job. Better than money badgers by a fucking long shot.
Oof. Do you dislike Jim? Do you think Jim is like a really bad person, or are you kind of getting that maybe some people just have a different sense of humor than you?
Look, yeah,
Some people they don't care as much.
Yeah, I get it. I can understand it. I don't like it, but whatever. I don't know him personally, so I can't judge him on that. I can't imagine people around him like admire the shit he does, but
I'm a good boy. My minister thinks I'm the best boy in the congregation. I show him all my videos and he says, those fucking commie furries, we need to do something about them, like the children.
yeah.
I would
well,
like to ask you something before you go, though.
Yep.
Bulldog. Would you exchange essays with me?
Oh.
essays.
Well, I've heard, somebody told me earlier today that the only way to really communicate with another human being is to write at least a 2,000-word essay expressing your viewpoint and then exchange it.
Who said that?
I know, right? Okay, I just wanted to get your gauge on that one. Right, okay, go ahead.
That's glorious.
Yeah, okay, a new person comes in, thinks it's just as dumb as we do.
Well, you ran a gamut. You did a hell of a
Oh,
fucking.
I mean, I
gauntlet
can
run.
understand if someone likes to think through their thoughts and gather everything and put it together and organize it. So that
Oh
they
God,
don't
you're
get
gonna
lost
justify
or
it, aren't
whatever,
you?
but-
Oh,
No, I'm just
No.
saying some people communicate differently. So that's
You
just
were
something to be
cooler
aware
a
of.
second ago. Stop.
I know.
Okay, fine, whatever. I take it back. I take it back. Oh, can it please be cool again?
No.
I don't know. You're gonna have to write a 3,000-word essay now.
Ah, shit. Well, I'm gonna do really hard and make it 4,000 for you.
There you go. That's the
Really
kind of
hard.
excellence we're looking for here
That's
at
the
Tonka
spirit.
University.
Goddamn Tonka Universe. That I'm gonna get a picture of that soon. All right.
All right. Well, I hope your audiences enjoyed themselves.
That's what I was
know
gonna
it's
ask.
been a fucking shit show from the beginning to the end because of misscheduling.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
think
Dell
the main
failure
event
for
delivered.
that.
They're very pleased with you. You brought it home for the main event on this one.
Oh, thank you.
Well, this has been a long day, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
going to go play some video games and then work on a video I have to get up by tomorrow.
And nobody bothered Jim about the video that's gonna come out tomorrow/next week.
That's right. You bother Tonka because he's responsible. You go
And
yell at Tonka where the fuck the video is.
yeah.
Go swing failure from the ceiling. This is on him.
All right. I'm out of here. Have a good night, everybody.
Later, Jim. Thank you.
Bye.